to take a look at today though was the garlic. And people will tell you different things, or people have different philosophies about when to pick garlic. And mine is that I try to wait until the garlic is around like 75% yellow or dead. So I would say like this one, for example, is probably a little bit like it's gone too far, like it should have been picked already. Whereas like this one over here can probably go a while still. But I don't think there's any hard and fast rules. Like the longer you leave it in, obviously the bigger it gets, but as it starts to die back, the kind of paper coating will get thinner and thinner, and so there is some advantage to not letting it go so long, because then it stores better and it's going to protect the cloves a little bit better. There's a radish that's going to seed. I'm just kind of letting it here. Some more garlics. So a lot of these are definitely ready to come out. See, like there's some milkweeds in between some of these. Maybe there's a few many. But I leave them there, at least some of them, for the butterflies. I'm actually a huge fan of using garlic that's like a bigger clove, just because I'm kind of lazy in a way. Like I don't want to be standing there for 20 minutes, unpeeling garlic when I could be getting on with a meal. So if I could peel one clove in the same time that it might take to do 3 or 4, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And so that's kind of my philosophy with it, and one of the reasons why I wanted to grow my own garlic, just so that I could start to cultivate a larger clove size that's still, also pretty tasty. And so I'm not going to pull all of this today. I am going to pull some of it, and definitely like something like this, maybe should have been pulled already. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, nice. So that is an elephant garlic. You can see so this whole thing is one clove, which is fantastic for a lazy cook like myself. And really that still has a fine amount of paper coating in there. And so I think it could have been pulled a little bit earlier. If it's another few days, it would be fine as well. If you were to leave this for another couple weeks, basically that papery coating would start to disintegrate. And so you just don't have as much protection for the cloves at that point. I think one mistake a lot of newbie gardeners make is that they will pull it way too early. And you don't want to do that, because it does really bulb out. So after you cut the scapes off, those are the crucial weeks. And the scapes are the seed that comes off from the top. And so you cut those off and you eat them. And then what happens from there is the plant puts all the energy into the bulb production. And so you get the most growth. And so if you pull these too early, before they start to die and turn yellow, you're just not going to get as big of a bulb. Oh yeah, nice. Happy with these first few that I'm pulling, what they kind of look like. Really happy with that. Fantastic. The other reason that you don't want to leave it in the ground too long after the whole stalk dies is then it sometimes makes it really hard to find the garlic too, which obviously then you can't harvest it, and it's not the end of the world, because the cloves will usually just resprout and then you can find it and divide it up, but obviously it's not ideal. You can see, like, I plant my garlic, you know, pretty close together, which I tend to do with a lot of my plants just because it's like less weeding to do. And then between them, you know, it looks messy, but this is all mulch. So like grass and sticks and wood chips and just whatever is around that I can use. Yeah, those look pretty good. See, here's like that little papery coating kind of coming off a little bit. So down here was one garlic that I noticed earlier, and it has, the scape didn't get cut off for whatever reason, it got missed. And so you can see like what that developed is a whole bunch of little baby garlic seeds. And so these are actually like super, super tasty to eat. You know, or you can plant them again. It's easier, in my opinion, to plant garlic from the cloves, but that's definitely possible. And then let me just pull this one to see it. My guess would be that it doesn't have as nice of a clove. Oh yeah, you can see the difference. So like, because that scape didn't get cut off, the plant's energy just did not go into bulb production, and so that's what you will get in that kind of situation if you don't cut your scapes off.